3, 2, 1.
I've just noticed as well, my bearings have gotten even worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, your bike, you was having like a grinding sound coming from the forks here, wasn't you? The bikes, look, it's had a bit of wear. It looks like people have fell off the bikes in the past and caused quite a lot of damage to them. It does say here, it says, please note that if you lock your bike outside the docking area, you will be charged £30. Really crazy.
It's like for £9, you got £30, £39 altogether.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? So you're adding more charges, and you mean that £39 could be 600 minutes?
That's right, yeah. True.
Yeah. Here we are on the Stourbridge canal with a review video on the Boris bikes. We've not just ordered one, but we've ordered two, one for Simon. So do you want to say hello?
Hello. I don't know what we're going to do about these bikes today.
I know, got bike issues already. Yeah. The brakes are not working. I think you've got a few issues with yours, I believe, so I'll have a look in a little while. To hire these bikes out, I think it's like £8 or something, but for a week it's like £32. I'll come to the pros and cons during the video. But let's review these Boris bikes and see what they're like. So, right, what an experience riding those bikes. What do you think, Simon?
They're okay. Considering they're not for 3 gear, I think more gears are better because obviously
Yeah, I think you
more.
need about 7 or 8 gears really, because
Yeah.
it does ride quite quick, but you need those gears, like especially if going uphill.
Upwards, yes, you do, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we were saying that either on both bikes or one of the bikes, the bearings have gone.
Yeah, so basically I've noticed on this one, the bearings have gone on this. Don't know what type of parts are on it. If I care for your view. Yeah, you can sort of see it's very bad down there. I've noticed all the rust onto the corners. It's in quite a bad shape though, really, this bike, because you press the brakes. I mean, the brakes don't work, which is very lethal. So if you're going downhill on this, it's not that good, really. Because I've just mentioned to you this morning, what about if you had a puncture and you went quite far?
You got no way of transferring the rest to get them repaired because obviously it belong to West Midlands Cycling. So if you're out there West Midlands Cycling, put small kits,
repair kits on the bikes, because if you do have a puncture, you're pretty much stranded. Have you felt the weight of these bikes, Simon? They are quite heavy, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you try and lift yours, is it heavy to you?
Not too bad. Oh, it's got a bit of weight.
Yeah, it's got a bit of weight. But I'll tell you what though, the pros of these bikes though, I'm going to have to say, if you live local, then it's good just to go for a local commute, isn't it? So like if you want to go for a short distance to work, you're in a really big rush. We'll talk about prices now. How much did we pay to hire these bikes out? And this is how much it actually cost us. So right, on the application on Beryl, this is actually the pricing list. We can see there it says £16 for 100 minutes on the e-scooter bundle, because you have the electric bike versions and also the e-scooters in Birmingham. I will come back to do a review on the e-scooters in Birmingham soon. I think Simon might join me on that one. Yeah, definitely. And you can see here it says day pass 60 minutes is £9. I'm going to say it could be a little bit more cheaper, considering the area for this place is very small where you can actually ride it. This is actually the map where you can actually ride the bike. I think it goes straight up to Wordsley, but after that I don't think you can actually go far. And I found that if you do go out the area, I think you do get another charge as well. I'm not too sure if it's £10 or will it be a bit more higher.
As well, even to pause the trip, it costs you 8p a minute. That's mad, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah.
8p a minute
Literally,
to pause the trip.
It says onto here on the application, it costs 8p a minute. All you have to do is flick this switch and then it costs you 8p a minute. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
8p.
Why would you have to pay 8p just to pause the trip?
I know.
It's crazy, man.
It says here, it says a bike pass only 100 minutes, which is £8, so that's a little bit more cheaper, isn't it, Simon?
It certainly is, but not much, but not much, is it?
So I have noticed on the application as well, the bottom one says commuter pass, which is 600 minutes, giving you more time on the bike itself, so you can actually span your minutes throughout the week, especially if you go to work. But it actually costs you £36. But you can imagine though, if you're paying that price weekly, how much would it really cost for a month? So basically we've calculated it, so £36 throughout the month is £144. That's mad, isn't it?
This is crazy. Well, how the hell, say if you're not working, what are you supposed to do? Put £144 a month? And
But the thing is though, Simon, where the path is, where the bikes actually go, it's a straight line up to Wordsley. It's cheaper to get a bus, which is only £3 a day saver for like a day, but then £17 for a week, so it's cheaper to get the bus up to Wordsley than what it would be to cycle. So basically it will cost you for a year £1,728. Wow.
Crazy.
Wow, who would pay that much for a year, seriously?
I don't think we would, but
No.
there's people out there who will, but certainly not us.
That is really insane, £1,728 for a bike.
No,
I mean, you could pay for like cheaper for your own version of the bike. If you go on Argus, you could pick a cheap e-bike for 500 quid, 600, 800. I mean, if we look at the prices on Argus, so we can see here, Simon, so the cheapest e-bike, what they sell, is a unisex mountain bike, which is £649, and that's supposed to be 1,100. So you can imagine you're paying that for a year. You might as well just fork out and get a decent e-bike off Argus, really, shouldn't you?
sounds good.
I mean, even there, if going to the bottom, we can get an even decent one, a folding electric bike, which is also £1,000, and even cheaper, £499, which is really cheap. Another 20 each folding e-bike. But you can just see the prices. I mean, how much you're paying for a year if you did pay that weekly.
A lot better. A lot better to get like an e-bike or,
And you can just take your own puncture repair kits, you know, you've got your own maintenance. Whereas I can't see how you can maintain this bike if you did have a puncture. I bet you have to phone the company and just leave the bike there, I reckon. But it does mention on the application, 1 minute. So basically, right, we're talking about getting punctures. I mean, you're correct. If you had 2 punctures, what would you do?
I know, so like one in your bike and one in mine, where we're supposed to put it, we can't move right back, we can't push them back.
No, they're really heavy, aren't they?
So we'd have to leave them, and as I said again, once again,
get in touch with the West Midlands Cycling.
West Midlands Cycling, and explain the situation and see what's happening.
So it does say here, it says please note that if you lock your bike outside the docking area, you will be charged £30. So basically, if you had a puncture, you would have to dock your bike here, but then they'd charge you £30.
That's bad.
You're more likely to get a puncture on these, but I don't know if they've got slime inside them. But you imagine if you dock them here, it'll be a £30 charge, which is really crazy. But you can just clearly see it's not.
For £9, you got £30, £39 altogether.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? So you're adding more charges, and you mean that £39 could be 600 minutes?
That's right, yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to charge 8p per minute.
But yeah, the bikes are actually riding all right, to be honest, considering it's got problems with them. I mean, what's yours like now, Simon?
Yeah, not too bad at all, really.
If I cycle very carefully, you can sort of see the bearings have gone. But yeah, both bearings have gone on the bikes, I think. It definitely sounds like bearings. I had that problem on my last folding e-bike where the bearings went. It actually sounded similar. I'll tell you what though, these bikes, they run all right. I mean, it's quite a bit of fun. I mean, if you have the electric version, you can actually do a nice cycle across the area. I mean, it's nice for the locals to come for a cycle down the canal, but I was talking to the locals just, it's a shame you can't go out the area, like go down to Prestwood, cycle even further, like up to the Dudley Canal and come all the way back to Stourbridge. But I think they charge you if you go out the area, like I mentioned before. But I think what I'm going to do is cycle on there, Simon, and then we'll take the bikes back before we get more problems with them. No, we won't get a puncture. But yeah, I mean, your bike, you was having like a grinding sound coming from the forks here, wasn't you? Which is a bit odd. It could be something to do with that locking mechanism. But yeah, but it seems like I've just noticed the tyre pressure. I think your tyre pressure's gone down a little bit when I felt it earlier.
Yours.
But I mean, you can just see the bikes, look, it's had a bit of wear. It looks like people have fell off the bikes in the past and caused quite a lot of damage to them. It looks like it hasn't had maintenance for quite a while because the screws are rusty. the chain isn't bad, it looks like it's had oil onto it. But you can see what I mean, all the screws rusting apart. I mean the brakes on there are not safe at all. I think what we need to do now is get the bikes back, Simon, before they actually break. Definitely. Should we go and ride them all the way back then?
We can at least the bell, I think the bells work.
Oh yeah, at least your bell's working, that ain't bad, is it?
No.
But I tell you what, there could be some improvements with the application, the time, what you can consume on the bikes. Well, I've got to be so careful because my brakes aren't working. But what I reckon they should do is increase the time, maybe give you a whole day for £9, so you know you can enjoy your day, come with somebody else, have a nice cycle, especially across the canal. You don't really want to rush, you know, being on a timer, it's not that good, it makes your day, you know, you're panicking about time, you just want to dock the bike back up and in case you worry about any extra charges. But when you're on a bike ride, you want to enjoy the outdoors, not really rush, and that's what it's all about. But I think having a timer, literally 1 hour for like £9, I think it could be cheaper or improved where you get more time. I mean, 600 minutes for £32 could be reduced to like something like 19 or 20 to make it reasonable for people who can afford to go out on a cycle. Because you can imagine the price is rising, who can afford, you know, to hire these bikes out? Because a lot of things are going up, gas, electric, bills, you know, the food's gone up in supermarkets. And you know, how much money would you have to hire a bike out in a month, especially paying £144 if you do? It's quite a lot of money. I mean, speaking to the locals, I mean, they think these hire bikes are a bit too expensive. I mean, considering if you have a puncture like I mentioned, to dock your bike is £30, which I think is wrong. I mean, if you have a puncture, I don't think they should charge you to leave the bike here. But yeah, definitely if the bikes are cheaper, then definitely the world's your oyster, you can go far and increase the time. But overall, it's a nice little cycle. I've enjoyed taking the bike out, but that's just my opinion. It could be way more cheaper than what it is. So what did you say, Daz?
I think my gears are gone.
Your gears are gone?
It feels like it. Oh dear. I think my gears are gone.
What do you say, it felt very loose?
Yeah, the actual pedalling, because I tried to change, it kept changing back to first gear when it's not meant to.
Alright.
Listen now.
So yeah, we're having issues parking the bikes up, aren't we?
I can't. So nice into the dock.
No. Shows it. I think you've got to give it force in. That's it. Oh, press that thing down at the bottom, that yellow thing. Yeah, try it.
No, that's to stop the trip. That's to pause the trip.
Oh, you had to pause the trip.
Yeah, charging the recharge the money.
I know, be charged 8 pence.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically there we go. So right, Simon, last minute force now. What do you think?
The ride was okay, but I don't think it's not worth the money in the future.
Nah, don't you think?
It's obviously because they like what was wrong with the bikes and stuff.
I know, the things got onto it, like the brakes, bearings. It's not reliable, is it? And you've had a puncture as well.
Maybe, yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, because your tyre pressure looks like it's gone down considerably, yeah. My personal opinion, I think it is worth it. Then again, it could be cheaper because you're paying £9 and you're limited to only a small area.
Yeah, but in one way, as I said in the beginning, it's got its pros and cons. The pros is, yes, you can have it, but the cons is...
But the pros are, you know, it's good for people who are local, they want to get out, you know, get to a location quicker. That's what the pros are.
The cons are, people live local, but they have to travel further.
That's it, pay more money,
Yeah. So, but
I mean, like we mentioned, like you're paying £32 for a week, and then you're paying £144 for a month.
But really, for local travel, say if you go on a canal trip, it's fine.
That's it, yeah. It's
get yourself out. Good exercise, good for you altogether, good for your health.
That's it,
so,
yeah. So
it's got pros as well. So
that's the pros of it, yeah. Well, I've really enjoyed that canal ride. Though. It's been fantastic, it? But pretty much that's the Boris bikes. Going back a couple of years ago, because I work in Stourbridge, I always remember Boris Johnson coming down and actually riding these bikes across the Stourbridge Canal.
Okay, yeah.
So that's pretty much where the bike's really come from. I think it was all to do with Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
That was all invented to several areas in Stourbridge, Wolverhampton, Birmingham.
Yeah.
Birmingham's mainly the place where you get the scooters from,
Yeah.
which is also the next video what we're doing. Are the scooters worth riding? Is it safe? All these kind of things, are they legal?
Yeah.
So we'll be looking at all the different aspects of it sort of in the next video. But thank you very much, it's been a ride today. Enjoy going on these bikes, but the problems, I'm just really glad to get it back. From the Midlands Outdoors, see you soon, and for Simon,
Catch you next time.
catch you next time. See you guys.